here is Tim Pool. This clip is, to be fair, a couple of weeks old. And did we not play this?
I don't think we played this. I think I had it in sound pulls, but I think I wanted to search more context, but maybe we can just enjoy what Tim Pool clipped here.
So I'm imagining this. I'm wondering, I should say, if this young woman, I mean, she looks like she's in her 20s, has only ever been around sneaky fucker types, male feminists, low T, weak men lacking passion and ambition, men who don't get up, don't exercise, don't improve themselves. And she thought, this is what men are. Interesting. Perhaps one of the big reasons that many women are claiming to be LGBTQ is because they're not feeling strong attraction to males because they're not actually encountering real masculinity for which they would be attracted to.
Pause it for one second. I mean, just think about this now. The year is 2023. To be fair, it was last year. At the end of last year.
December.
Well, yeah. And this dude is questioning now if being gay is just a function of there not being enough like manly men, young men around.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing is like it's just misogyny, all of this stuff, because he's basically saying that real masculinity would be so overpowering and irresistible to women, regardless of what they think about their sexuality, that naturally there would not be lesbians if they were around the strong alpha males like Tim.
Does he also think that there wouldn't be gay men if there were women who were
no, because femininity is subservient to masculinity, and the strength of femininity would not be something that would draw men to them.
But they're not.
It makes more sense that
according
gay
to
men,
him, like he's saying that
no, I know.
all the men are gay and low T and not, masculine. Or
women aren't looking feminine enough.
That's exactly it.
Wait, so is everybody gay in this scenario? I don't understand how this works.
This masculinity panic, because arguing, okay, people are.
Does he think lesbians just existed like recently, or does he always think that their men have not been masculine enough? And
where are these lesbians?
But how do men become gay? Are they not around women who are feminine enough?
That's the point, though. It's the same reason why the right is so obsessed with trans girls, trans women in sports, which is because, like, they can't understand. They have a misogynistic ideal of gender and a hierarchical view of gender. They cannot understand and refuse to contend with the fact that there are trans women born in a male body that transition to being female. And so they're so deeply like their misogyny meter breaks so thoroughly when they encounter that. And that's why none of those freaks are obsessed with trans men whatsoever, because it makes total sense that you would want to become a man because we are the superior gender.
Okay, let's keep going. I want to hear this.
And she thought, this is what men are. Interesting. Perhaps one of the big reasons that many women are claiming to be LGBTQ is because they're not feeling strong attraction to males because they're not actually encountering real masculinity for which they would be attracted to. And if you're only surrounded by a bunch of whiny, low-T feminist males who are weak and out of shape and just go we should be egalitarian and split the bill. And then many of these women are just like, wow, I mean, I'm equally attracted to both, I suppose. But then they meet a big ripped Chad bro who's like, I'll pay the bill, throws the card down. And she's like, ooh, swoon, perhaps. So I'm amazed.
What the? Is this guy an adult? No. Like, this is just unbelievable. Does he actually believe this stuff?
Yeah.
This is like, did someone just reject him? What it really sounds like is that someone just rejected him and he's like, you must be gay.
Where in the world are women surrounded by only effeminate sort of metrosexual men? Like, where does that happen? Like, I don't.
I mean, I guess, because we love our gay friends, women.
Do you know what states have the highest populations of gay people? Of course, you got New York and California. Also, Florida and Texas.
Yeah, well, I
thought those were pretty masculine.
Weird. It's weird.
It's the pandemic of trying to turn all of these women into lesbians, I guess. Yeah. It's fascinating.
Midwest queer. I am not gay because women are too woke. I'm gay because I want to F guys.
You know what also isn't like traditional masculine?
Militant apathy says it's obvious Tim Pool has not seen an actual vagina in years.
Yeah. No, it's like you referred to it once as a compensatory hat or headpiece.
Yep,
that's not typically associated with confident high T masculinity, throwing down your gold card at the sush spot.
Maybe women are just...
Charlie Scherer says, Tim Pool speaking from his experience of hanging around with a bunch of masculine males who pays his bills when they go out, I can only assume. Hey, put down my card. What is it? Like a 4-year-old.
The power of that action turns you back straight.
But it is like the reason he does this sort of stuff, which is like looking at teenagers and young adults expressing themselves on social media, and let's talk about the Marvel movies, is he's clearly aimed at a young audience, and it's creepy to me.
Yeah, it is creep. That's the thing, is that there's really two answers to this, right? One answer is that he has the mentality of a 12-year-old boy. The other answer, which I think is actually more likely based upon what I know of, I knew someone who knew him from a previous, when he was working at, one of these media companies.
Right.
Who visited him back when he was up in like New Jersey or wherever it was, or Maryland or wherever that was. And Tim specifically said to him, like, it's great. I don't have to read. And I'm making all this money. And this seems like a concerted effort. This is his like version of OnlyFans. And to be fair, I don't know the full range of content that people produce on OnlyFans. But he is looking for a market, and that is 12-year-old boys. And trying to confirm, like, what 12-year-old boys struggle with.
Monetize their masculinity crisis.
Yeah, and it's like, guys, Bugattis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And sushi with the boys and poker. And when's he going to start smoking a cigar? I mean, I guess, on some level, like, everything I'm saying just seems so obvious when you look at, like, he's got, whatever it is, the samurai sword and the weapon behind it. Like, this is honestly, like, when I, during Hanukkah, when I want to pick out a present for my 10-year-old son, I just look at the stuff and I go like, what's like the boyiest, like, cool thing? Like, oh, this car.
Bugattis.
Like, I'll get him the Bugatti model. Or like, here's a, I got him a jackknife, or it's a, it's like it's a scope you can see in the dark with.
Nice.
Like all of this stuff, like, or lasers, just like what a 10-year-old boy would. And I think that's probably what Tim Pool's business plan is. And occasionally, he tries to pretend like he's an adult and talk about politics. It's fascinating.
Like skateboard Wonka.
Exactly. But the creepy part about it is, and that ends our phone call portion, the creepy part about it is that you're waking up every day and you're saying, what can I produce to attract young boys?
Yep.
And that is...
Yeah.
The creepy
That's something I want to do.
It's odd.
The creepy part about it is, it's one thing to say, like, I know I'm going to produce, like, here's a rock, the thing that, I've written fart on, and somebody will get a kick out of it. Like, honestly, like my son, or, here's cat pajamas, or whatever it is. It's one thing to sort of like produce a product, but when you have to be that product, that's super creepy to me. But I don't know. I guess it's a living, despite the fact that it's having such horrible impact on people.
We can save women from becoming LGBT by offering them more sushi with the boys.
More sushi with the boys. And I guess maybe it keeps you out of like what is it called? The online manuscripts or treaties of people who want to commit some type of violent act. Maybe you feel like you're dialing it back a little bit. All I'm doing is just like making bigots, not so much.
Yeah. Selling misogyny to 10-year-olds.
I'm just selling misogyny, but not necessarily making it something you need to act upon. It's just, you just need to be a Chad and have a credit card.